Hey, welcome back to our channel, guys. It's me, Tony, and you know what I bring you today? Top 5 best comic book stories in comics. Before we get into it, though, did you subscribe, comment on the post below? Let us know what you want us to get into next. Subscribe to our channel, and we will be here for you. So let's get into number 5. For me, Hush. Why might you ask? Well, let me tell you. We're not talking about an animated movie because that's totally different. Hush was Riddler. That's not what we're doing. We're talking about this one, where in this Hush was Tommy Elliott, Bruce's childhood friend. Why did Hush do this, may you ask? Well, let me tell you. Of course, with Bruce and Tommy being friends, they had to be in the same social circle. You know what that means? Tommy had money. Well, his parents had money. Tommy wanted that money. So Tommy, being the little devious child that he was, tried to kill his parents in a car accident. Succeeded in killing his father. His mother, on the other hand, Thomas Wayne saved her life. That made Tommy mad because now he had to sit back and wait. And you know what made him vengeful? Bruce's parents getting killed, and now Bruce got all the money. That's the lifestyle Tommy wanted. So Tommy does what any kid does, plots how to get his revenge. Among other things that was great in this story, this gave us the iconic Superman versus Batman fight where Poison Ivy had taken control of Superman. You know the punch. You know what I'm talking about, where Superman's flying back in the sewer. Batman had the kryptonite ring. By the way, Batman broke his hand and said he could not hit Superman again, so he would have lost that fight. Again, great storyline. Also, this was one where Batman literally almost killed the Joker. This was one time that he was going to kill the Joker. Joker had just gone too far. He had knocked out Joker, about to kill him. Harley and Catwoman came in to stop him from killing the Joker. He knocked them both out. Gordon came in, had to shoot Batman to stop him from killing the Joker. But we're not going to give away too much. I want you, these are stories that you have to read on your own. I need you to read these stories. So let's move on to number 4, Kingdom Come. Now, while some might think that I'm cheating because this is an Elseworld, and for those who do not know what Elseworlds are in DC, they are their versions of What If. So Marvel has What If, DC has Elseworlds. And in this Elseworld, all the heroes are retired. Superman, Batman, Green Lantern left Earth. Wonder Woman went back to Themyscira. That island disappeared. The Flash stayed in Central City, but he was like a blur. Only thing you saw was the line. That's all you saw with him. So then you get a new crop of superheroes. Now superheroes are starting to pop up left to right. Plastic Man had a kid. I'm gonna just let your mind run with that for a minute on who. But these heroes, we couldn't call them heroes. They were more metas. And their version of doling out justice was tearing up stuff. A lot of property damage, a lot of killing. And by this time, Batman, it's probably Batman Beyond Age. If you saw the Arrowverse crossover of Final Crisis, and you saw the greatest Batman of all time, Kevin Conroy, in that exoskeleton suit, that is from Kingdom Come. That is actually what Batman had to wear in Kingdom Come because his body was so beaten and battered that he could not function without that. In Gotham, he had bat suits, kind of like Iron Man's armor, flying around the city. Gotham had no crime now because of that. So what they did, most of the heroes came back. They tried to train the younger heroes. If they didn't want to train, they threw them in jail. That's just basically what it was. They said, we're not going to deal with you. We're putting you in jail. Didn't kind of work out the way they wanted to. Again, don't want to give away too much. Read this story. It came out in 2018, I believe. Let's move on. Number 3, The Dark Knight Returns. I don't know why anybody thought that this wasn't going to be on my list. It's just a great Batman story. What else needs to be said about this? You have action, You have the fight that everybody wanted to see. You have a definitive answer in who would win in a fight. Honestly, Batman cannot beat Superman. I don't care what y'all say. It's not possible. 9 times out of 10, Superman is going to break Batman before Batman knows what's going on. But again, being a master of prep time, have plot armor, Batman wins this fight. It was great. Nothing I can really say bad about this. Batman actor was kind of okay. I'll address that on another list, by the way. So, I'm doing Batman stuff. So let's jump to number 2. The Infinity Gauntlet. This was something I had mentioned on a previous video of comic book fights. Why? It's because it gives you everything that you want. If you had a favorite Marvel character, that character was in this book. Your character probably didn't survive just because of Thanos and what he was capable of. All the destruction that he did. And we're not thinking about the movies. The reason he did this was to impress Lady Death. That was his goal. Thanos beat Eternity. Think about that for a minute. He literally became Eternity, which was his downfall. Oh, I can't take that. That'll give away to what happens. He literally beat Eternity. He beat Galactus. He beat all the Celestials. He imprisoned all of them. He made a shrine. He made a shrine out of Galactus. This is how powerful Thanos is in the comics. Please read this. Came out in 91. I know for some of y'all might not have been alive then. It's still worth the read. In number 1, it's no shock to anybody that knows me. Flashpoint. I stand behind this being the best comic book, period. It gives you everything you want. It gives you your what ifs. It gives you your alternate version of heroes that everybody likes. It gives you fights that you want to see. Just the fights between Atlantis and Themyscira. Backstory on that. The reason they were at war, Aquaman and Wonder Woman had an affair. Mera found out, went to confront Wonder Woman. They get into a fight. Now, Mera, great fighter, but she's not on the level of Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman killed her, beheaded her, and wore her crown as a trophy. Now, anybody knows if you do that to somebody's wife, it's going to be some problems. Started the war to end all of wars. Britain got flooded. New York was blown up. I mean, it was just stuff that's going on between these two factions that nobody could stop. And then you're missing heroes like Superman. Cyborg was a government agent, so he really was handcuffed. Batman was a psycho murderer named Thomas Wayne because Bruce actually got killed and the parents lived. One became Batman, one became the Joker. By the way, Thomas Wayne was a drunk and he used guns. I don't know why they promoted that, but that's what they wanted to do with him. You had everything in here. And why did this happen? Because of one thing. Barry wanted his mother back. That's the only reason. Now, why might you ask? Didn't he just go back and stop himself from doing it? Well, Eobard Thawne was there. And we're talking about Reverse Flash Eobard Thawne. And while people think that he's actually a speedster, he's not. He's a siphon. He siphons speed from speedsters. That's where his power comes from. So Barry couldn't time travel because Thawne was there taking his powers. So he was slow. But that's neither here nor there. Oh, yeah. If you like the Flashpoint, make sure you check out Suicide Squad Hell to Pay. That's like a sequel to Flashpoint. It's not as good, but it's still there. That's about all I have right now. Let's know in the contents what you want us to talk about moving forward. We have some ideas, but we would love to hear from you. And hit us up. And I'll see you on the next one. Holla!